everybody, I'm back and we're on the third and final Christmas film that I need to talk about. So here we go. And also still gift wrapping, so my work is not exactly done even after this video will be done apparently. So let's get to it. So the third and final film that I'll be talking about is Beauty and the Beast, Enchanted Christmas. The Enchanted Christmas. Let me put that down correctly. And this one has definitely, when I first saw it, I felt like as a kid it kind of came out of nowhere, but I was excited to see it when I heard about it, so there's that. But so this movie, if we want to get into chronological order of like when this movie happened and the whole Beauty and the Beast kind of like chronological order of things, I would say the sequence of events that happened in this film, it happened probably between the time where when the Beast saved Belle from the wolves, and between when things were really starting to get on the romantic side between them, like between when the Beast gave Belle the library as a gift. If I'm wrong, please let me know. So either way, let's get on with it. So the movie begins with the whole castle of the Beast, and where the Beast and Belle live and rule over. They are all getting ready for a beautiful silent night, or a beautiful Christmas night, I should say. And everybody is human now. Chip is human, Mrs. Potts is human, Lumiere is human, and Cogsworth is human. Everyone's back to their human, normal forms, I'll say. And they're all getting ready to celebrate Christmas. And as they're getting ready, they are happy to see that Chip is celebrating his Christmas back as a human again. And also talking about how last Christmas wasn't the best Christmas. However, Mrs. Potts disagrees, saying that she thought last Christmas was rather a beautiful one. And also, then Lumiere and Cogsworth fight over someone, or either one of them saved Christmas, which, what more can you expect from those two guys when they fight? So, but with Miss Potts there, you always know she will set the record straight. So she decides to tell everybody the story of what happened last Christmas for them. And it all started kind of like after Belle tried to run away and their master saved her from the wolves, and that's when they started to grow a little closer, started becoming friends. So we're back in that time, and as we can see as ever, Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Mrs. Potts, they're trying to figure out a way to keep the relationship between the Beast and Belle growing by them spending more time with each other. And as they find the master where he's outside on the ice, they also find Belle, who's just walking around. And when they run into her, she informs Chip of what that day is, what today is, and she tells him that today is December 24th, which is the day before Christmas. But they quickly kind of shut her down and tell her that yes, and what a nice day it would be for ice skating. So basically not wanting to talk about Christmas. There's a reason nobody really wants to talk about that holiday. And so they suggest that she goes outside for a little skate, and so she can run into their master and possibly bond with him a little. And that they do when she goes outside, and they bond with each other over her teaching him how to ice skate. And seems like things are going well so far, but then the camera kind of pans us out and back into the more of the master's area, the beast area of his castle, where we meet a very, how can I say, intense musical player of a instrument, a pipe organ named Forte. And his music is so dark and so, I wouldn't call it gloomy, I would just say kind of intensely dark type of music. There's nothing nice or relaxing or even pretty about his music. It's just dark. That's how I would describe it. And he asked his assistant Fife, who is I think he's a flute, but if I'm wrong, let me know. And he asked Fife to look out the window to see what's going on. And Fife tells him that the master is learning how to skate from Belle. And Forte, he is not a fan of Belle like everybody else is. He does not like the idea that she is there. He wants nothing more than for her to just go away, because he sees them not being human anymore the best thing that ever happened to him, because now the beast, his master, needs him now more than ever, needs his music now more than ever to calm and soothe him, when really it's probably just making him even more depressed, if you ask me. So much for calm and soothing music, but I guess it can still do the trick. But so he tells Fife to go outside and try to sabotage their little bonding moment in any way that he can. So, and promising him that he would have a solo of his own with his music. So now we're back outside. The Beast and Belle just having fun skating, and they start skating with each other. And then something happens where Fife kind of cause a little distraction that causes them to somewhat bounce from the ice to be in the snow, landing in the snow. And oh yeah, she starts doing snow angels. She was just like, oh well, we're in the snow, so I think I'll make a snow angel. And she tells the Beast that it's a Christmas angel. And when he hears her say that and he sees her angel versus his snow shadow that he has, he's like, this is not an angel, this is the shadow of a monster. And basically he just storms off. And Lord have mercy, it is just the craziest ordeal ever, having to figure out how to lighten him up, because he is, after all, not a very lighthearted type of person anyway. So he goes back to the room where Forte is, and he's like, I hate Christmas. Now we know that the Beast hates Christmas. Why? We're getting to that. We will get to that part. So Forte just subtly plays his music on, trying to calm and soothe the master. Meanwhile, Belle is talking to Chip, and she's like, why is he always so grumpy? What does he have against Christmas? And he's like, well, actually she doesn't say what does he have against Christmas. She's just like, why is he so grumpy? It's like, I don't know, he's always like that. That's just how he is. And she says, even on Christmas? And he's like, yep. But then he asks her, what is Christmas? And so she comes up with this idea to have a Christmas celebration to show Chip what Christmas is, and telling him that it's a nice time of year where people get together, family, friends, and they decorate trees, exchange gifts, and have Christmas dinner. And so this gives her an idea of making a gift for the Beast, which at first she's like, I don't know what he would want. And then Chip gave her an idea of what would you want if you wanted a gift. And she loves books, so she decides to make him a storybook for him to read. And she makes it, and very quickly, may I add, for it looked kind of thick. The book looked kind of thick, like this thick, and I'm like, all it took for you was to sing a song about stories, and you finished that book so quickly, and it's all packed up and wrapped up and ready to go. Good on you, Belle. Good on you. Because I don't know how I would do that. Either way, so she decides they are going to have a Christmas celebration. And when Cogsworth hears about it, he's like, out of the question. We're not doing that. Because the master would be so upset if we did that. But she's like, come on, we can do this. And also Lumiere, he knows of someone who can help them plan out a Christmas celebration. And she is up in some attic area in the castle. I don't know, I remember exactly where, but I would call it the attic, because that's where I would put something that this person who can help with a Christmas celebration at. And so they all go up to the attic to look for Angelique, the castle decorator, who is now a Christmas angel in the attic. That's why I said I would put my Christmas angel in the attic too, so that makes sense. So what ends up happening is they find her and they ask her if she can help them out with a Christmas celebration. And she's like, nope, I've done that. And now at this day and age, I was the castle decorator, but I am not anymore, because it's not going to change anything. The Beast hates Christmas after what happened, and so I'm not going to be a part of this little one moment of festivities, and then it all comes crashing down. So she decides to not do it, but Bill tries to convince her, and that's where the highlight of song of the movie comes in, As Long as There's Christmas, which is a very beautiful song. I would recommend, if you never heard that song, try to find it on YouTube, or if you do have it, it is a beautiful song. And it's just basically Belle just talking about how Christmas is a hopeful time of the season. It's not really about all those things that people try to make it seem like it's about presents, about the Christmas lights, about Christmas food. It really is just a holiday which is filled with hope. And as long as there's hope, anything's possible. So she is determined to plan a Christmas holiday, or plan a Christmas celebration. And when the Beast finds out, he is furious, and he's like, why would she do this? Maybe she doesn't know how I feel about Christmas, which is now we are all about to find out what he feels about it. And it turns out that this was the day, this was actually the night that he was changed. That he and everyone in his castle were changed from humans into the Beast and inanimate objects. And so that's why he hates Christmas so much, because that was the day that he was cursed. And So he is definitely not keen on celebrating Christmas whatsoever. And when he was celebrating Christmas, it wasn't like it was any better anyway, to be honest, because he was a spoiled prince. He wasn't grateful for anything. He's just valued material things over the people that was there celebrating the holidays with him. So really, I don't think he would have been happy even if he wasn't cursed with Christmas. So either way, back to my point. So as Belle is trying to plan out Christmas, she goes to this like furnace area where there's a bunch of firewood and stuff around, and she's looking for a Yule log to light on and make a Christmas wish, if you never heard of what a Yule log is. And she finds one, and the Beast, that's where he comes bursting in, ready to cause a scene. And he's like, why are you doing this? Why do you want to celebrate Christmas so badly? And really, this is my house. This is my castle. This is my home. I'm the master, and nobody is celebrating Christmas here. And so she's like, well, I'm not giving up. You don't want to celebrate Christmas? Fine, but I'm not giving up. So there you have it, Beast. You have a decision to make. You don't have to celebrate Christmas, but you're not going to hold Belle back from celebrating Christmas. And so her and Chip decide to get everything going, and she also decides that they should go out and look for a Christmas tree. And all the trees around the castle, they're crap. None of them look like Christmas trees. None of them. They just look like overgrown weeds. No offense to trees that are smaller, but yeah, not a Christmas tree. And so Forte uses this as a moment of scheming to plot against Belle and her Christmas idea. And also before he starts scheming, Belle leaves the Christmas present that she made for the Beast in the West Wing for him. And when he finds it, he's about to open it when Lumiere makes him aware that it's from Belle. But he's like, you can't open it until Christmas. And this is plainly showing that she cares about you, so you might want to acknowledge that by giving her a Christmas gift in some way. And so the Beast, reluctantly, he decides to ask Forte to make a nice Christmas song for him and Belle to sit to and listen to over dinner or a cup of tea. I'm not quite sure which one that was going to be, but I guess it would have been a dinner. And so this prompts Forte even more to foil Belle's plan, because he's like, if he starts falling for her and then the spell is broken, then I will not be no longer of any value to my master. So I need to stop her. So what happens is that Forte lures Belle into his area with his music. And when she meets him, he introduces himself and tells him that he is aware that she's trying to bring Christmas back to the castle, and asks her, has she got everything? Has she got everything that's needed for this Christmas celebration? And the last thing he asked if they had was a tree. And of course, this is all fitting well with his plan when he finds out they didn't find a good enough Christmas tree. And he tells them, why don't you go into the Black Forest? There are plenty of good Christmas trees out there. But here's the problem. Belle made a promise to him when she first came there that she would stay on the castle grounds and would never leave the castle grounds. So if she did, even to look for a Christmas tree, she would be breaking her promise. So what did she do? Well, Forte convinced her a little bit. She was going to go on the straight and narrow and not go into the Black Forest and just settle for a dopey, sad-looking tree. But when he lets her know that the tree was always the favorite part of the Master's Christmas, that was what pushed her to go out and get it. Because maybe she thought that a Christmas tree would make him happy. And that would prompt him to want to celebrate Christmas. So she and Chip go out, hoping to come back soon. And what ends up happening? The Beast, she is unaware of the special dinner with a Christmas song that he has planned for her. So he is trying to get everything, the Beast is trying to get everything ready for that. And also asking Cogsworth and Lumiere to fetch Belle so they can have this special moment, her special dinner. And what happens is that he ends up waiting and waiting and waiting because everybody's searching for her. They can't find her. And then Lumiere realizes that she went out to the Black Forest. And so they have to go out there to look for her. Mrs. Potts tries to stall for as long as she could, but soon enough she had to reveal to the Master that they can't find her. She's nowhere to be found. And so he looks into his magic mirror, asking to see where Belle is, and he sees that she is leaving with her horse in a horse carriage. And so this makes him think that she is leaving. And so he tells Forte that he's going to bring her back. And Forte is like, why bother? I mean, she has abandoned you. And also, what's so great about being in love anyway? I mean, it'll only make you more depressed, make you prolong your suffering. And just, love is awful. He expresses all of this, Forte expresses all of this in a song called, literally, Don't Fall in Love. So there you have it. Lord have mercy. This is just getting better and better by the moment, ain't it? So after that song, the Beast decides to go and get Belle anyway, because she still broke a promise to him and she still is his prisoner. That's the basic point here. She is still his prisoner. So, and when he comes down the stairs, he wrecks all the Christmas decorations and festivities already ready for everyone. And Angelique, she's just like, I knew this was hopeless. Why did we try this again? And so she's just left to look at the mess that the Beast created, while Lumiere and Cogsworth are out searching for Belle. Belle is out and they find the perfect Christmas tree. And so they cut it down. They try to tie it and hook it to the carriage and try to get back to the castle. But lo and behold, there is Fife, sent by Forte to foil her plan, or to make sure that they don't come back, as Forte instructed him to do. And he kind of ruins their plan again, which he kind of scares her horse Philippe with his loud, high-pitched sound, and Philippe starts jumping around and breaks the ice that they were on, and they start losing the tree. They lost the tree, and then Belle was starting to lose Chip, who has been sunk underneath the ice and in the water, and she rescues him, but not before the rope that was tied to the tree grabs hold of, I don't know how it hooked onto her ankle, but it somehow did, and it pulled her back into the water. And her being unable to swim back up, the beast jumps into the water and rescues her. But he is not happy. This is not a happy rescue, because the beast is upset. He's mad at Belle because she basically broke her promise. And he was like, you promised you would never leave. And she's like, I wasn't trying to leave. I was trying to make you happy, if anything. And he's like, well, you broke your promise, so now you get to stay in this dungeon rather than in the nice room that I gave you. So everything's going wrong. Belle is now not just a prisoner, but a prisoner in a dungeon. And the beast, he is losing hope that Belle was the one. He was thinking that she was the one. And the inanimate object friends of hers, they are sad to see her in this hopeless state and want to cheer her up. And Angelique was like, I told you this wasn't going to work out. I told you this was hopeless. But here's the thing, is that I was wrong for thinking that this was hopeless. And then they do their own rendition of As Long as There's Christmas, her and Belle. And it was a beautiful duet. And Bernadette Peters, who voices Angelique, I liked her as Angelique, in all honesty. Even as a child, I just thought she brought something to the movie, some sort of light that I didn't see in the other characters, not even in Lumiere. So she reinforces Belle's hopefulness and how hope is not lost. There is still hope for things to get better. And so they decide to just celebrate Christmas in the dungeon with her. While the beast depressed about everything, and Forte just trying to encourage him to stay in his depressed state, and then starts to encourage the beast to smash the rose that is the cause of all his suffering, the enchanted rose. And as the beast is about to smash it, a petal falls on Belle's gift that she got for him. And so he picks it up, opens the gift, and sees it's a storybook. And he decides to read it. And the book, in its entire essence, is really about him and everyone in his castle, everything that goes on in his castle, but also about the hope of Christmas and why that's so important this time of year. And this starts to really soften the beast, starting to make him realize that maybe she is right, that Belle is right for wanting to celebrate Christmas, and why you shouldn't push it away and just close out all hope. So he decides to basically go into the dungeon and let her out and apologize to her for stopping her from celebrating Christmas. And everybody is pretty much, all is forgiven. Belle forgives him, and they all decide to help give a Christmas celebration that Belle would want. So everybody is happy and ready to celebrate Christmas, except for one person. Forte, he is not about to give up so easily. He starts using his pipe organ or his keys to basically tear the castle in two. He is just making all that noise, to break everything down. And when Fife goes in to basically inquire, why are you doing this? What are you doing? And he's like, can't you see? They can't fall in love if they're both dead. And Five is like, yeah, I'm no longer on your side anymore, and you are just awful. And so, and also the Beast, knowing that Forte is the one causing all this ruckus, he goes to try to stop him. But Forte, through some type of musical magic that he has, basically starts zap the Beast to the point that he is off his feet and lands on the ground, and he tries to just wreck everything and anywhere around him in his wake. And so the Beast realized, okay, in order to stop Forte, he needs to have the keyboard unhooked and destroy the keyboard, which he does, and this does actually stop Forte. He can't play anymore, and he can't cause the noise to break down the castle. And as he tries to unhook himself from the wall that he's bolted to, it does eventually unhook, and he falls flat onto the stairs, and he is out. Forte is gone, out of here, history. Dude, you went too far. I'm sorry, Forte, but you went too far with that. I know you want to be useful to your master. Who wouldn't want to be useful? But that, you just went too far. So, now everything is good. Everybody is getting ready to celebrate Christmas, the Beast included. And they somehow found a Christmas tree to put up and have everything ready. And the Christmas was, as Mrs. Potts puts it, it was a beautiful Christmas. Lots of lessons learned and a lot of things resolved. So thank God for that. So by this point, Belle and the prince, who is no longer a beast, they come out to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and to give the gift that they have for Chip to him. And it was a storybook. How could you not have guessed, right? And it was nice for both of them to give the gift to Chip. And so, and then before the night starts to begin their celebration, the master asks for Fife, who is now the maestro of all the music in the castle. He asked him to strike up the band and have everybody play. And then the prince and Belle go outside, where he gives her a special Christmas gift just from him, and it's basically a present box with a rose inside it. And she looked happy to get it, so good on you, man. You gave your wife something you knew that she would enjoy, so good on you. And they just stand by each other, looking up at the stars, at the beautiful stars on Christmas night. So, and that's the end of the movie. So, for this movie, I already like Beauty and the Beast anyway, so it wasn't like I saw this before I saw the original Beauty and the Beast. I saw the original first, and so I could connect the dots with what happened and why this possibly specific things could have happened, and I enjoyed it for the most part, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. You can also watch it on Disney Plus if you want to see it. And also, it just further proves why Christmas is such a special time of year, and how you should never disregard the possibilities that hope can bring, especially during Christmas time. Because Christmas is definitely you already know. So, either way, that's the end of my sharing of Christmas movies that have had an impact on my life from childhood to adulthood. I hope y'all enjoyed, and leave a comment if I missed anything, or if you want to know more about one of these movies, and hit like if you like this video. If not, don't do anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to hit unlike. Just don't respond. But either way, I would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I gotta continue on with my wrapping job here, because I won't say I'm not falling behind. It's just I still have some more stuff to do, and it's best that I get them out of the way. So, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Hope this video has brought some kind of enjoyment into your day. And once again, last but not least, Merry Christmas. Bye.